beings of the universe, welcome to the channel Auto Aim Off. If you clicked on this video, that means that you exist. Please continue existing. We will now begin a fast-paced, high-octane, high-speed run-through of a Tier 1, or also known as a Tier 0 raid in Outriders. If you enjoy the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. We will now begin with the first area of this raid in Outriders, which I personally feel to be an excellent title. It was just added to PlayStation Plus for free. I repeat, for free. We will now begin the first area in Outriders. In these first areas here, it is not too intense. You will see basically just kind of a tease when you first come in here. This is not too much of a challenge. This is just an introduction, shall we say, to the arena, an introduction to the types of enemies you will be fighting, to the types of environments, whether that be industrial, jungle, or something in the middle. Basically, we are almost cleared out all of these, I wouldn't call it a trash mob, but it's lower tier enemies in this environment. You will usually only have to fend with one boss here, and this is a live gameplay commentary. I apologize if I'm not speaking eloquently or correctly at all to all viewers. We will now continue with the walkthrough. As I said, this first area here is not too difficult. You may see one or two boss enemies, but not too many high tier enemies. This is just an introduction to the area, an introduction to the types of enemies you will encounter in this raid. As you can see, Outriders is an ability based shooter. You depend on your firepower, absolutely, but the main aspect of the game is the abilities, which allows you to clear out large amounts of enemies with speed and with ease. We will now continue with this walkthrough. As you can see, this area extends to the first door here. Each arena is divided by a door. The player must clear all enemies to unlock. You are not able to open the door until the environment is clean. I will now be finishing the last two enemies in this environment. In the second environment, it is about to get more intense. It is about to get more heated and high octane, because there will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 different bosses that we will be fighting at one time on this channel. Auto Aim Off. We will now continue with the walkthrough. Now that you can see that the environment is clear, basically we now are able to unlock this door. You are not able to unlock this door until the environment has been cleared in its entirety. As soon as the door opens, the enemies will begin coming for you. Proceed to the right here, in my opinion, or to the left if you want. Let's go to the left for curiosity's sake. You will be able to clear out the bosses with speed and with ease in this environment if you use your abilities and if you stay mobile. This is not a cover shooter. You must be mobile and you must utilize strategy and logic. I will now be clearing out this last boss here. Bosses are distinguished on your radar by a red skull icon. Those distinguish a boss, whereas normal enemies are consisted of just dots. You can see those red dots on the screen. We will now be taking out this boss here, and you can see we only have a few normal tiered enemies, no more bosses left. We've cleared out those bosses. I may have misspoken in my last section there by saying there was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bosses. It looks like there's only 2 so far, but there could be more to come. We will be finishing off these grunts here, and we will be moving on to the next section. The next section will be introduced by this elevator door that opens here, and this elevator door will be filled with a huge amount of bosses. As soon as it opens, they will all begin attacking you in unison. The door opens, and with 2 abilities, we are able to take out all of them. That's 1, and that's 2. Taking out the entire elevator with speed and with ease. Yep, that was everyone. We will now move on to the next section, and this is a live gameplay commentary by the channel Auto Aim Off. If you enjoyed the video, if you did not enjoy it, please let me know in the comments down below. Please remember to like and subscribe as well. As you can see, this is an ability-based shooter. Use your abilities, use strategy, use movement, and absolutely utilize your firepower with maybe the occasional duck into cover, but that is almost not even acceptable. Cover is not an ample way to deal with your nemesis in this title. You must utilize speed, you must utilize your abilities. You will now be proceeding to the next area. Basically, as you can see, now that we've cleared out all the enemies here, the next door is unlockable. We will proceed to the next area. This is a high-octane, high-speed walkthrough of Outriders. This is a Tier 0 raid, or a Tier 1 raid. We will now try to cluster the enemies together here, and we will use a minimal amount of abilities on them. Look at that, we've almost cleared all of them. That is something that the boss is doing right there, that Tower of Fire right there, that's one of their abilities. It looks like they are trying to eradicate me, even though I am basically invading their facility. So now we will continue with the walkthrough. As you can see in this area here, it's not too many bosses. Well, I think I counted 3 or 4, I think there was 5. And with each time you play the raid, that's the great thing about Outriders. Basically, the amount of bosses will change. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 5. It's not an exact amount each time, at least in my experience. We will now be finishing off the last boss up here. We can see it represented on our radar. And again, this area here is not too difficult either. If you know how to use your abilities, if you are comfortable with the movement system, it is not a difficult area at all. We will now be finishing this area as well. And this is a live gameplay walkthrough of Outriders. I would like to reiterate that. This is a live gameplay, so if I'm not speaking eloquently, if I'm not speaking correctly, it is simply because I am playing live for all of you. In beings, I just like to reiterate that anything is possible through hard work, through focus, and through dedication and diligence. Please continue existing if you are currently existing. We will continue on in this area here. It looks like we only have a few smaller tier, lower tier enemies that are left. We will continue with this walkthrough. The next area will begin to increase in difficulty. It will begin to increase in intensity. The adversity will be turned up to 11. The amount of bosses will be higher, and the amount of higher tier enemies will be higher as well. We will be finishing off these low tier enemies, what many would call a trash mob. These are low tier enemies that swarm you. You must not underestimate them though. If they get you in there and they can, restrict your movement, as you can see, I have this higher tier level ability unlocked where I can teleport. If you do not have that ability, you can easily get swarmed in there by the trash mobs. You must never underestimate the lower tier enemies. They can swarm you and they can take you out with speed and with ease. We will now continue to the last area of the game. This could be either the last or the second to last area. And I very much like this personal raid because the entire raid is one type of enemy. It's this faction of humans, and then at the very end you get to fight some alien species, which is very interesting to me. Okay, here we go. This looks like the second to last area with some serious adversity being presented to us. And remember that anything is possible with speed, focus, and diligence. Well, speed isn't always the most necessary. Take your time, go at your own pace. But for me, I personally like to play with speed. So now we will continue playing with, looks like, 2 more bosses that we have to take out. After taking out these 2 bosses, we can continue on to the next section. And again, I'd like to say thank you for clicking on the video today. If you enjoyed this video, if you did not, let me know down in the comments below. This is the channel Auto Aim Off. I do not see too much of this on YouTube. Live gameplay, high octane walkthroughs, and I wanted to be the originator of this idea, although I am probably not the originator. Now we will continue all beings of the universe to what I believe to be, I think, the second to last or the last area. I was mistaken in what I said before. You do not get to fight alien species here. Actually, you do. It looks like I made a double mistake. This is the correct area. I misjudged what it was. All of these large doors will open and alien species are about to come out of them. This is the final area in the raid. This will be the most intense area. We will now disable this power cell as the final objective to initiate the final boss fight. Viewers, if you enjoyed this walkthrough, please like, please comment, share, and subscribe to the channel Auto Aim Off. Expect more high octane, high intensity walkthroughs and reviews of the game Outriders, mostly walkthroughs because I've already done the reviews. As you can see, the alien species is now coming to attack with 2 abilities. The abilities with RB and LB together, and the ability with LB, we were able to eradicate almost all of them. We will now eradicate the rest of them with one ability. We will now teleport behind them with it, one melee hit. Look at how powerful the abilities are in this title. The firepower is vital, but what is even more vital is the abilities. It looks like we have some more enemies, another boss coming here. I think it's several waves of enemies to come at you. Looks like we're finishing these off here with speed and with ease. Now we will continue to what I believe to be the last door in this level. This door will contain an enemy which is very difficult to take down if you do not know how to use your abilities and if you are not familiar with the movement system in the game. I believe one of these doors will open. They're opening two of them, which is a significant thing. It looks like it's back to just the faction enemy, the human enemies now. I very much enjoy the variation in enemies in this title. And I very much like how in the raids you will fight different types of species throughout one single raid. Looks like we have some artillery. They have artillery support here. And again, we are playing with the auto aim off. I will give proof of that. I don't know if I can right now because it is the absolute final boss. I could die if I give proof of that right now. But I will give proof of that at the end of the video. I did not give proof of that at the beginning. I should have given proof of that at the beginning of the video. I will now give proof of that. Actually, I cannot. I will give proof at the end of the video that I've been playing with the auto aim off. That is the main thing about this channel. We play all games with the auto aim off to turn up the speed, turn up the necessity for strategy, the necessity for cognitive focus. I don't know what the right word is there. The necessity for cognitive exercise, the necessity for cognitive, problem solving, just better exercise for the mind, spatial awareness, better exercise in problem solving in simple case-based logic. I am here, they are there, I must go there, and then it's like a millisecond chess game or something. It's a very good exercise for brain. Video games in general. We're getting off topic. This last area has been cleared, and now you can collect the resources. We will go here now to collect the resources. At the end of each raid, you are able to collect all your loot. Weapons do not drop from enemies, and loot does not drop from enemies. You are given it in one lump sum at the end of each raid. The drop pod will open, and it will distribute you all your loot, which will be according, the level will be according to your tier level. I am playing at tier 0, so this will be very low quality loot. And now we will give proof that the auto aim was off. I almost forgot to do that before I ended the video. You will go here, basically, and now we will go over to controls, and we will scroll all the way down, and you will see that the auto aim is indeed turned off. I will do that just for proof of sportsmanship and proof of honesty. I told you that I am playing with the auto aim off, but it is hard to tell sometimes because I am so skilled at the title. I am not trying to brag, I just am. Now, we will be deleting these different weapons that we do not longer need. And you just mark these for recycling, and you can use these resources towards better weapons. Beings of the universe, thank you for watching the channel. Thank you for watching this walkthrough. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you did not enjoy it, please let me know in the comments down below why you did not enjoy it. Thank you for existing, all beings. Please continue to exist. Have an excellent time period in your life, whether it is the morning, the afternoon, or the evening. Have an excellent time period in your life. Thank you for existing, all beings, and please continue existing. Thank you.